paid to do that. And then while the construction is ongoing, even for your personal home, if you're building, you have inspectors from the assembly come around to come and check. It's pretty much the same with the roads ministry. They have to send somebody to come and every now and then inspect what you are doing. And when the project is finally done, then you have to hand the project over. Somebody has to come and authenticate that the specifications that were given to you by the government so to achieve have actually been, all the boxes have been ticked and you have actually achieved them. Do we do all these meticulous tests? Because sometimes you find that it rains, the roads get flooded, and the entire asphaltic overlay is peeled off. And you ask yourself, in Takrady, some place in Takrady, the last time it rained, somebody started picking the
asphalt. Yeah, he was picking the asphalt like
I had a biscuit. It's funny. It's funny.
As much as you laugh about it, I mean,
but it's also very painful because look, people are being charged by the DVLA to ensure that their vehicles are worthy of the roads. Right, we're taking monies from people on behalf of the state through the DVLA to make sure that your vehicle is in pristine order. The police MTTD will arrest you these days. There's a sports fine and all of that.
Even now, DVLA is out by itself, monitoring whether...
DVLA has always been out. Road safety is out there as well. And then you have the Ghana police also out there. The MTTD are out there. So everybody is out there trying to make sure that the vehicles are in pristine order. And then you have the roads not being in good shape. And then you have, for example, a situation where we decided as a country, one day we woke up and we decided that we're cancelling road tolls. So you have all these heavy duty vehicles from Burkina Faso or maybe any of the inland African countries drive through from Tema Port all the way to Burkina Faso, and they pay next to nothing, really. Apart from the axle load fees that they pay, they don't go through any tolling points to pay any tolls to us. So they overload their vehicles, they use our roads, they mess them up, and they go away. Have you noticed, Mawuena, that when you drive on the roads these days, sometimes the roads is what guys call gonkejo, hills and valleys. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
It's not smooth.
It's not smooth.
It's hills and valleys.
Ebbs and flows on a road that's supposed to be smooth.
Because we have allowed these big trucks to come and drive on them with unapproved weights, and we have left it. Sometimes, look, these trucks get spoiled and they are on one spot of the road for a very, very long time. I saw one on the Circle Dubai, for about a week towards the Awuduma Cemetery area, and it was on that one particular side of the bridge for about a week. So you can imagine how weakened that portion of the bridge could possibly become. And these these big trucks with the loads have been told not to use the top, the flyover. They need to use the bottom street, but they don't care. It does appear to me that people who are paid to do some work literally go to work just to get by, and then at the end of the month they say, okay, it's the end of the month, pay me my money, and that's it. I mean, it's painful. It's painful. And just this morning we were discussing potholes yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Just this morning I was coming, and some roads that I used in the industrial area, I usually do a cursory drive before I get to work, and some roads that I know in the industrial area are beginning to get potholes. And these were roads that were fixed not long ago, about 12, 15 months back, and they are developing potholes. Can you imagine that?
That's difficult.
And we have had roads in this country, constructed by the Buzia era, the Nkrumah era, the Champon era, that have lasted us for more than 50 years. So what are we really doing? What are we really doing? Are we giving the deals to the people who can actually do the work with the track record, or we're giving the work to people who are party fanatics and cronies and people who are friends who know next to nothing about road construction, but hey, he has to get something to chop, so we have to give him the work? Is that what we're doing?
So it's a bit difficult. But let's listen to Alban Bagwin, who's the Speaker of Parliament as well. Yesterday, the family of the late Adwoa paid courtesy call on him, and he had interesting
the late
thoughts.
Oh,
the late
led by Adwoa.
Led by Adwoa.
Don't kill Adwoa.
I beg. I apologize unreservedly for the mix-up. And
I called her my daughter because the time I used to come there, she was a small girl. So I started calling her my daughter before she joined politics and came to join me in Parliament. And she remained my daughter. But we belong to different political traditions. So because she's my daughter and we love each other, even when I was contesting to be Speaker, they thought she voted for me. I want to assure all of you that she didn't vote for me. And that was a false accusation. And she suffered the consequences. She voted for the position of her party, not for me. I'm using this opportunity to dispel that decision because it's still hanging around. And people are still using it against her. Because I know those who voted for me. I've been in this system for long. Yeah. And I know the business of politics. So I know those who voted for me.
That's the speaker.
Speaker Bagwin.
Yeah. He says that he knows those who voted for him.
So the controversy about whether or not Adwoa was in Parliament or was not in Parliament, that settles it. That the speaker saying that Adwoa was in Parliament on the night that his speakership was determined.
Yes.
Is that what he's suggesting?
That's what he's suggesting, and he's making the argument that she didn't vote for him.
But how did he know it's a secret ballot? So how did he get to know?
He says
does he have some divination
he's been
abilities that we don't know about?
Because the lady had a mask, so maybe she was just shaking her head.
No,
you vote for it, then she was shaking her head.
Yeah, but the point is that if it's a secret ballot, how would he have known? You get my point. It's a secret ballot.
Oh, I suspect
there's whisperings and memories.
They will have conversations in the aftermath. I think. I just think, to be very honest, because
so the first one that Carlos Ayinkra took away and chewed some, that one that Joseph voted for.
No, no,
relax. Don't fight back.
No, I'm not fighting back. Yeah. I want to just offer. So that chewing, that entire chewing thing, that wasn't another vote. No, they decided because Carlos Ayinkra was forced to
vomit the ballot.
Was forced to chew. No, they didn't vote again. No, the minority then, it was 137, 138.
Yeah.
No, it was the
137 plus
for Mena. Yes,
for Mena.
I just rounded up. Yeah.
But how many did he chew? Because they would have ended up counting. This was Helen.
we for how many he chewed, we cannot attest. And a very big morning to the now Interior Minister, who did some chasing on that morning. Yeah, he chased him, gave him a hot chase.
Yeah, we're laughing about this, but it's a very big dent on the image of Parliament.
Yeah,
and also the fact that
the military actually
Speaker Bagwin. I understand that the Colonel now is a brigadier general. I mean, in any serious society, he wouldn't have gone a rank higher. But Speaker Bagwin should take it up as a responsibility to find those who ordered for the raid into the Chamber of Parliament.
You always mention this. Why should we be concerned?
Well, he should be concerned because it was for his election, and presently in Parliament, if we're looking for the person who has been in Parliament the longest, it is him. If we have to preserve the sanctity of Parliament, we will have to look up to people like him. His friends, the illiterates, the St. Mensa Bonsus, the JH Mensens, blah, 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 they have all left.
That's right.
Right? Some are dead. So if we have to look at the preservation of the sanctity of Parliament, pretty much like how he chooses to enforce that I've been here for long, I know the rules, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. He knows that nobody is allowed to be on the floor of Parliament if you are not a member of Parliament. Even for us pressmen who cover Parliament, it is by special dispensation that you get an opportunity to be on the floor. So for somebody to have come into the chamber on such an occasion when we had no president, no vice president, there could have easily been a coup. No speaker of parliament, there could have been a coup. Because no matter what the situation is, whenever there's a coup d'etat in the country, the judiciary is never touched.
Yeah.
Check the
military, parliament
and the executive are touched by it. So on that occasion, there was no executive, there was no legislature really.
That's right.
So there could have easily been a coup. And if we don't punish people for doing that, we will get people to come. Because how is it that the defense minister at the time knew nothing about it? Interior minister said I knew nothing about it. National security said I knew nothing about it.
Were they not just denying?
No, but who?
There was a call
ordered,
that was placed.
Yeah, but so who ordered it?
From the narration.
Who ordered it? Somebody ordered it. The military are not zombies. They don't just move. The marshals in parliament, most of them are high-ranking military persons, so they understand regimented space and law and order. So it behoves on Speaker Bagbin, in this instance, as he gets into his second term and runs through, he must do Ghanaians a favor by finding out who placed that call and where those people were marshaled for. If you lived in the barracks and you look at the different beret that they were wearing different kinds of beret. If you are drafting, a squad or whatever it is from one unit, maybe 5BN, or you are bringing from 2BN, or you're bringing from 64, they will all be attired the same way. Go back to the video. Some are wearing airborne force, some are wearing all manner of
different
That's
groupings.
chaos.
Where were they drafted from? It's a question that Speaker Bagbin must be interested in finding and letting Parliament answer.
Isn't this one of the many things we can criticize the speaker for? Because
to Mike, that's more recent.
Exactly. That's the point I'm coming to. Perhaps we'll have to fire him a bit in terms of his conduct and how well he's been able to have Ghanaians get closure on some very, very important issues. Helen mentions Tutu Mike incident. That report by Bedra has been ready for God knows how long.
Look,
it's never been brought before the House for a conversation.
Has a case to answer because
Charlie,
he too has threatened to beat somebody the year prior in Parliament. So only they know what is going on.
Let's do Johnny's bite. But some tenants are not proactive at all. You are a tenant. You live in a compound house. You are cooking. Your landlord is pacing up and down. The food is ready. You are sharing. You can't see that your landlord is hungry. Sort your landlord out. You have to be proactive as a tenant who lives in
the landlord too also has to know.
No. But you are a tenant.
We don't operate.
You are a tenant. You live in a compound house. You are cooking.
So he's pacing about
the food
because
is
the
ready.
aroma is
the food is ready. You are dishing. The landlord is pacing up and down.
Why is he pacing?
What do you have to do?
Why is he pacing?
Yeah, but he's pacing. Can't you see that the man is hungry?
Pacing up and down?
No, but you have to be proactive as a tenant.
No, this proactive.
See, if the landlord increases rent now, you come and be complaining.
It's agenda day.
But you have to be proactive.
For flats.
No, I want tenants to be proactive on behalf of landlords.
So what? If we are proactive, the rent will not go up.
No, but you are cooking. You are distributing the food. The guy is pacing up and down. What do you do?
This small one for you.
Yeah, small. Something small. Something small. Something small.
Right. We'll make way now for Johnny's bites right about now, and then get